So we are here with the people behind Mazzucato, right? With Simone and Paolo. Maybe you want to introduce yourself.
Nice to meet you, first of all.
Nice to meet you.
Ciao.
Hello.
Nice meeting you.
Hi. So tell me a little bit about yourself, basically.
Simone?
Okay, I start first. I am a watch lover, first of all. I design watches for many brands, probably 20 years. I designing brand for many international brand in the fashion industry, up to the entry level of the luxury. And since 5-6 years ago, I started this journey of having my own brand.
Okay.
And then first day when I started, I called Paolo and I asked him, how should we call the brand? And he say, is your brand, your name, Mazzucato Simone, so Mazzucato,
is
yes.
your last name, okay.
So the brand carry my family name. I'm Simone Mazzucato. I have a design house which is called Mazzucato Design. And we have a brand which is called Mazzucato, very creative. And
More
we...
on that later.
As I said at the beginning, first of all, I'm a watch lover, watch addicted. I collect watches since I was a child, and I never work in my life. I follow my passion,
Awesome.
which is great. And now today we are here to discuss about the Bliss one, and now it's Paolo's turn.
So how did Simone, how did you meet Paolo? How did this collaboration happen? This brand collaboration?
I met Paolo at the time I was in Tendence. I was creative director in Tendence, and Paolo was the agency in charge of marketing and communication at the time. And since day one, I clicked, I connect immediately with Paolo, and because he kind of communicate better my ideas. I do believe I'm good in designing, product development, engineering, and stuff like that. But when it goes to the communication, I already done my job, you know. And then
yeah. So basically, he's the one.
We used to say that he's the cook and I serve at the tables. So that's the analogy.
Italian style, you know.
Yeah. No, yeah, I used to own an agency back then. I am an advertising and branding guy, so my background is rooted in branding. And when I met Simone, he was already designing these incredible watches. I'm also a watch lover since birth. I collect them. And it was great because we always used to say that we are nitro and glycerin, you know, that separate, we don't do anything, and together we explode. Okay. And that's what happened here. And I say it without wanting to sound arrogant. I mean, it's just how we feel this is going.
That's good.
Because we, in a way, we empower each other. So he designs, and the way we decided to approach our venture in the watches market is not only to create a watch and a product with a daring design, but also to build a story around it. That's what we want to do every time.
An emotion.
So when we decided the name of the company, I said to him, I advised him to call the company Mazzucato, because he's the guy
that basically birth all this design,
building this stuff,
definitely.
Creating the magic.
Before we go into the Bliss one, or to talk about one of the finalists design for the Watch Week competition, right? I want to maybe go into your watches, right? So I can see the inspiration from that design comes from the existing watches that you guys have.
Yes.
So maybe just tell me a little bit of what kind of design do you? I mean, I know that it's explosive, so a lot of times it's more avant-garde, big, you know, more loud and stuff like that. But maybe you want to tell me what is your perspective on that.
I can start to say something.
Go right ahead.
And I start with the rim collection, which it was actually, as I said, I designed watches since 20 years for many brands. And when I had the chance to start my own brand, the very first clear point, the pillar of the brand is, I don't want to look like any other brand.
Sure.
I don't want to look like I would like to have that brand, but I cannot. Then I go to buy a Mazzucato. I want to be exclusive and different. So thanks to my knowledge in terms of manufacturing and development, I decided to design this watch, which is clearly inspired by the rim of a car, obviously, and 3 hands automatic and a chronograph movement. So there are 2 movements inside this watch, and I always challenge the people which get in touch with my watch with a question. After you look at this watch, I will show you what it's doing, and if you say wow, you buy me a beer.
Wow.
Not yet. So we have a 3 hands automatic and a quartz chronograph,
Also,
Japanese movement,
okay.
and they are opposite assembled. Thanks to a patent, we have a patent to assemble this movement opposite. Then we have a lever that you open, you release the crown protector, you rotate the 2 arms, and then you flip the watch head and listen the click. You are in position, you close it, and you wear it on the other side.
And you have the chrono.
And you have a chrono.
I see.
Okay, so the wow usually is when you turn it.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that.
And
being a wow moment for many.
The wow moment
So I guess the wow
when you
moment
hear
is,
the click.
I guess one of the common things is
Thank you so much.
basically, I can see that the wow factor is something that you focus a lot, because when I look at the Bliss one for the very first time, I don't really know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
It's and I can see it stays with the avant-garde true DNA that the Mazzucato actually believes in, which is unique, which is super avant-garde. As you can see, the watches itself is like that. It's out of anything that I've seen.
And there is a very genius term that defines our brand, this wow effect. You can say the never boring story.
Oh yeah. Well, I already mentioned the fact that we want every product of ours to deliver not only the engineering, the watch, everything, but also a story, to tell a story. Because when you add a story to a brand, you go into story branding.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah.
And that's very important, especially because it's pretty distinctive when you get into the watches market, where either you have the huge heritage brands that already have their own story, or
which is an heritage story, heritage.
Absolutely, or
the
newcomers that don't have a story.
No, I mean newcomers. I think every single brand will have their own story.
Yes, but,
doesn't matter.
But they don't tell it. That's the point.
They don't tell it the right way, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's obvious that Mazzucato as a brand doesn't have the Swiss watchmaking heritage. So we decided to approach this journey into Italian design-oriented timepieces.
That's fine, yeah.
So we use good movement, Japanese Miyota Seiko, so this is an absolutely reliable movement, but this is the side dish. For the main course is design, avant-garde, and what is next.
Okay.
So it's clear what we want is we want to have a pool of customers that do not have to look every single day into searching the new micro brand, which is coming. Seven Friday, Gaga, Bollberg. No, we are the brand that every 3 months delivers you something which is related to the brand, but is not the diver version, the smaller version, the slim version of the same concept. No, that is not what we want. We want every 3 months, 6 months, whatever, to release something which is different, and you become a collector of Mazzucato. So you are not putting there $500,000 to have Jacob & Co., $400,000 to have Richard Mille. No, I mean, I wish I would have that spending power to have my watch boxes with these timepieces. But what I want to deliver to our customers is I have a watch box of Mazzucato which worth $30,000, and look at this. When you open it, you have like a collection of these
different machines,
different, and you can wear them. You can wear them.
You can feel Simone's passion when he talks about watches.
Yes, yeah.
What I was trying to add is that our adding never boring, which is the story.
Sure.
We try to tell a story with 2 words. That's the goal. So never boring means when you buy a Mazzucato watch, you don't actually buy that single watch. You buy into a never boring watch.
So tell me about the conception of the Bliss One. So how did you come up with the design? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Okay, the concept is actually the natural continuation of this. So Mazzucato as a brand always use two movements.
Okay.
So 3 hands auto chrono, 2 3 hands automatic, 2 3 hands automatic, one on top of each other without turning. So
Always two movements.
always two movements and interaction. I want you to wear your watch, and when you go out with your friends, somebody is asking you, oh, what are you wearing? And then you can start the conversation. Not a conversation about being a watch too much technical, guys. Two movement is like two automatic. Look here, I have a glass case back. I have a luminous marking on the rotor. Small things which allow you to show that you are proud, to show your watch to your friends without being the guy which is only about talking about this movement, this ear, this and that. It's just a design item which allow you to have a conversation.
So we focus more on the design aspect of things rather than technicality, right?
Correct.
Right, but show in a way that is a very Mazzucato style, basically.
Correct.
Style. So so basically that is the fourth the continuation of what you have here.
Yeah.
But the Bliss One case is something that I've never seen before. Maybe you want to tell me a little bit about that kind of case design?
We are about to have the green light of a new patent because, again, as I said, here there are two movements opposite. Here there are two movements, one on top of each other. In that one, we are challenging the manufacturing in having two movements opposite direction in vertical. So the movement is not horizontal, but the movement are assembled like this. And then we are using disc hands with the printing of the hours and the minutes, one on the left and one on the right. And then you can have the 2 times, but then we want to cover. So you have 2 wings that you can open and read time 1, time 2.
Oh, I see. So the front, the one that actually closes, hiding the movement,
Yes.
you can actually open it.
Yes, you can open it if you want to see the whole disc. Otherwise, you have a frame and you just read the time, which is right now.
Oh, okay. So it is extreme end of the watch as the design we can see is two time zones, right? We can have two movements with two
Absolutely
time.
correct.
And then
Totally independent.
The disc and everything will be hidden via a openable front compartment.
Correct.
Like a wing. Okay, that's really
100% correct. So again, a little bit of inspiration on the automotive, the Mercedes. With
wing and stuff like okay.
this is where I get my inspiration, and I don't believe too much into selling the story of I wake up last night, I had a dream, and I saw the bliss. I'm not too into that bullshit. When I design, it's because I love watches. I love manufacturing. I always think, how can we make this? Discussing with my manufacturer, discussing with my team, and see how we can assemble this and try to move one step into the next level. So nobody has done that. Let's try to do it. Okay? Adjust it, make it perfect, and release it.
Amazing. So when you first heard about the Dubai Watch Week and Revolution competition, what was your first?
I'll tell you how it
What was your
happened.
first thought? Yeah.
I got a call from him. He was in Hong Kong, I was in Italy. I don't know the time zone difference, whatever, hours of difference. Hi Paolo, go on this website. I go on the website of the Dubai.
Watch.
Watch Week and
Watch
Revolution competition, yeah.
Read about the contest. Fuck, we need to do this. We need to win this. So that's how it started.
I see.
And then what do you have? What are you thinking? And then we had, I don't remember how many. I think it was 6.
At the beginning, yes, I designed
models.
6 models.
I see.
And we decided to shortlist to 3.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't decide.
Even
You
the-
cut 3.
Even if the ask was for 1, but we said, fuck it. We
Try
have
it
more
out.
than 1, and they're going to pick the one.
No,
they like.
but
They like
on
that.
this, sorry, on this, I said we have to apply and we have to win, but I don't want to design one watch. I want to show a concept. So what I was telling you before, I want to show that this is now, 3 months later you will have this and to go. And then I deliver, I said, okay, make a story, make them in a presentable way, because then I think I do the rendering, I do my own things, and then he make the whole story and the communication.
So the Dubai Watch Week and Revolution competition has one of these criteria, which are to retail the watch itself at below 5,000 USD. So what do you think? Do you think that your Mazzucato Bliss one can do that, or like what are your thoughts?
Based on what we are doing now, absolutely yes.
Well, what are you what are the reasons?
I am targeting to go below 3,000
Wow,
because I want to
stretch.
make it very fast moving. But it depends if we want to go Swiss made, then because there is a request we can. But definitely, I mean, the criteria is fully respected.
Well, where we landed now is 4,500.
Got it.
And that's because we chose to go with titanium and a type of glass that he knows better than me, but the top glass available and very, very high-end finish. Of course, if you want it in rose gold, it would cost more.
Oh, of course.
And if you want it in other materials, it might cost less. But we think that kind of product and the kind of model, the lesser the price, the lesser the desirability. So it also it's part.
I mean, part of balancing.
It's part of the positioning.
Okay, so great. I mean, that's one of the questions, and I realized that the watches are they're big in size because this is the Mazzucato DNA. One of the questions I want to ask you guys is also because nowadays the watch trends is going smaller. So I can see that Mazzucato design cues are big and avant-garde watches. What do you think that will do you think that will actually affect the desirability of the Bliss one?
Oh, well, obviously not. We think it will be very desirable, and the point is that we are proposing and offering a design which usually comes at a much higher price tag.
Right.
And in this case, we can deliver it at a much more affordable price, which is not cheap. It's just more affordable than the most priced ones.
Okay.
So the size comes with the style of the watch. Of course, if you want a smaller watch, it's a totally different project. And
so
we
exciting, but yes, it's going to be big as well. Okay.
But turnover is always important, and as you can see, that was designed. And by the way, this won the European Product Design Award 2019. This was at the beginning when we started, and because the size is going down, then we have the smaller size. Yeah. Turnover is also important. We don't want to be stubborn and say, okay, we go north when everybody goes south. The size is getting smaller in the watch industry, right? Yeah. But turnover is also important at the end of the year.
So I once again thank you very much, Simone and Paolo for coming and sharing with us, and also congratulate on the Bliss one for being one of the finalists. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paolo.